Into our big prime time finale of what has been an amazing day focused on you. Of course, it's Mr. Andrew Lessman and your vitamins. We have great today's specials to help put us on the right footing for 2025. We're excited to share them with you. You know, this journey began 40 years ago when Andrew set out to create the finest vitamin and supplement company in the world today, and boy, did he achieve it. Tonight, we are starting off with something called Secure Meal Replacement. Andrew, you created a meal replacement that is low calorie, that is none of the terrible stuff, and tastes delicious.
Well, actually, Adam, far be it from me to age myself, but I started this 45 years ago.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, it's hard to believe when I actually say that. And what I realized is that it's actually almost to the day 35 years ago that I first appeared on QVC.
Wow.
So it's kind of wild that I started my company back in 1979, and I originally in September of 1979, I started doing the research even before that, and then I first appeared on QVC back in January of hard to believe, 1990. So it's been a while. And Secure was one of our early products. It's a product that goes back almost 40 years. It was probably one of my, how would I say, at the same time, my most embarrassing products, and one of the best educational processes for me, that if I simply took my role as a scientist, a researcher, and a product developer, I did a great job with Secure initially. If we look at it in terms of creating a product that's satisfying to the people using it, I did a really bad job. And what I have to acknowledge, at that time, I underestimated the importance of flavor. I thought that if I made the perfect meal replacement in terms of the right protein, the right amount of protein, the right amount of vitamins and minerals and all of those things, that will be the perfect meal replacement to follow all the science on meal replacement, which even back then was the strongest science in terms of supporting and achieving your weight loss goals. I thought I'd create the perfect product. What I didn't realize, science, yes, it's important because we have certain goals we want to achieve with the product. But if the product doesn't taste not just good, if the product doesn't taste great, it is an absolute and abject failure. Because if I can't create a product, despite all the great science and research that goes into it, that's going to taste delicious such that you'll use it on a daily basis, it will never achieve its goals, and you will never achieve your goals. So that was an educational process for me. And oddly enough, I found the solution to that, to make this product as perfectly reviewed as it is today, by going to the strangest place you'd ever imagine. Going to McDonald's, Burger King, Starbucks, going to all these restaurants and tasting their shakes and saying, that's what people want. So that became the blueprint for making our meal replacement what it is today. So the name is still Secure because you could be secure about its content of nutrition, the content of protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, but also now you could feel secure that it will be the kind of experience that you can rely on, that you can trust to support you. And so many folks have been using the new medications that are out in terms of weight loss, and they're fascinating drugs. Unfortunately, as human beings in the world we live in, discipline and all of it's as they call it, an obesogenic world. It's a world that's going to make us overweight. So when you look at the world we live in, unfortunately, diet and exercise are hard to work on their own to support our weight loss goals. I wish they worked for everyone. If they did, we'd all be at our perfect weight. So those weight loss drugs, as much as I struggle with their concept, they're helping so many people deal with the health consequences of their body composition. But despite their efficacy, or even if you look at how effective they are, a meal replacement breathes even more life into them. So then you could use them in a more restrained fashion, in a more periodic fashion. So a Meal replacement remains the best means, the best method of naturally and easily supporting your weight loss goals. And that's what it's not what I'm saying, it's what the science says, and I'll read the quotes straight out of the science in a few moments.
There's so much information to get across and so little time. Let me start with the pricing, because today is the day, the one day of the year, the biggest day of the year to jump on in and experience Secure for yourself. And the savings are really significant. There's 20 meals, 60, 100, 2 or 300. I do want to tell you, if you choose the 200 meals, you can choose one flavor or a combination of two. If you choose the 300 meals, you can choose one flavor or a combination of three. And when we talk flavors, there is vanilla, which is delicious. There's coffee. Oh, the smell of it will just grab you. The chocolate honestly tastes like your favorite fast food restaurant's chocolate milkshake. And then, of course, the pina colada, which is what I'm drinking, which is just a tropical getaway. It is spectacular. So pricing is, well, we're under $1 a meal. We know that. Even on the smallest size, well under $1 a meal if you go for the 200 or 300 meals. So that's exciting. When Andrew talks about the science of weight loss and the thousands and thousands of reviews from people that have said this has worked for me, that is the polar opposite to what has so often been our experience, which diets maybe have not worked, or the latest gimmick or fad has not worked, and we feel let down and we feel disheartened. With Secure Meal Replacement, it's the complete opposite, and that's why we're excited for you to try it. You have our 30-day return policy. Choose the flavor, and flavor is king. Because you love the way it tastes, you'll want to keep doing it. We've still got a lot more to tell you about this, but I do want to make sure you're aware we have other today's specials coming up, including the always requested circulation and vein support. Just a quick 30 seconds. Andrew, circulation and vein, a massive opportunity today.
Circulation vein, it's the one time a year we do the 720 capsule supply. This is a product that a daily supply cost almost $1 when we introduced it. Today, each capsule is approximately 20 cents or less than 20 cents in that large size. There's nothing like it in the world. It's a product, the ingredients are recommended by medical doctors in Europe for the healthy circulation in their patients' legs. It is a seriously researched product, a seriously clinically supported product. It's not a drug or a medicine, but I look at it as being something better. It's an opportunity to help you deal with one of the basic challenges of being human, and that's the blood vessels, the circulations in our legs, our feet, our ankles, because we stand upright, we stand too much, we sit too much, and that challenges those blood vessels. But that's coming up, and this will be the last airing and the last opportunity on that large size.
So definitely stay with us for circulation and vein support. As we dig a little bit deeper into the world of Secure, there's a lot here. Andrew, we talk about low calorie. That's really important. We talk about flavor. That's really important. This is less expensive than other meal replacements and tastes better and is all round better for you.
It's much less expensive. I mean, on the large size, at a little over 60 cents a meal, plus you get all the samples along with it, but at a little over 60 cents a meal, I was looking at meal replacements yesterday that are 10 times as expensive. And you were talking about dieting before. I've always joked about diets that it's not a mistake that you take the word diet and you take the T out of it and you're left with the word die. I mean, I think diets in and of themselves are just, deprivation is difficult. I, every once in a while, do a 1-week water fast, but the salvation to that is that I know it ends in a week. But to achieve our weight loss goals, it means that it could be months and months and months or weeks, usually months of deprivation. And that's not going to serve anyone. And that is why I think it's usually, in most cases, within 6 months or a year of successfully achieving our goals, 80% of the folks who achieve those goals find themselves back where they started. So what's great about a meal replacement strategy, it is extraordinary and it's the best tool for weight loss, but it's also extraordinary and the best tool for weight maintenance because it's not deprivation. It's just strategically, and in the case of Secure, enjoyably replacing 1 or 2 meals a day. And if you look at again, something I learned originally, if you look at my Secure today, the original Secure was almost 300 calories a serving. Today, it's a little over 60 calories, and each flavor is a little different because the flavor contribution actually affects the calorie level. So if you look at today's, the reason why we do that is I want everyone to be able to have the flexibility to add the things, to enjoy it more, to perhaps enhance it with healthy ingredients. Like we love to add blueberries to the vanilla. You could add nut butter. The nut butter is delicious with the chocolate, whether it's almond butter, pecan butter, whether it's adding, say, non-fat yogurt, whatever it might be. You can add all of these wonderful, delicious, tasty, nutritious, healthy components, and you're still going to be barely over 100 calories a meal. So it just is so flexible. It's so delicious. It follows, not only does it follow the science on meal replacement, which is the most exciting, compelling science when it comes to weight loss, but I think we add a whole another level of excitement to make it more successful, because no meal replacement they're using in any of these scientific studies tastes as good as Secure. Right. No meal replacement they're using in these scientific studies has the same composition of nutrients, of the vitamins that we provide here. So if there's ever an opportunity for a meal replacement, for you to take advantage of that exciting science on meal replacement, to those weight loss drugs are expensive, to make the investment in those weight loss medications or whatever else you might be doing, your fitness trainer, whatever you might be doing for your well-being, for your weight loss, a meal replacement will enhance, will breathe more life into the opportunity that you're already investing in.
And that might be the case that it's an on-the-go breakfast or lunch or the maintenance that Andrew talked about, but it's there for you and it's giving your body what it needs, what it richly deserves. But you're doing it ultra-low calorie and you love it for all the best intentions and all the greatest will in the world. When we want to do something, maybe it is absolutely 2025, I'm going to eat better, do better, you know, maybe be a little bit more active, but lose weight. If you have a product that simply is not enjoyable, it's really hard to persevere. Day 1 and day 2, I'm fighting through. Day 3 and day 4, I'll keep going. Day 5 and day 6, I'm starting to lose hope. And by day 7, I've abandoned it. And we've all been there. We've all done that. But when you take what, and there's so many of you that know this to be true who've already tried Andrew's chocolate or vanilla or pina colada or coffee, but when you take that first sip, that first drink, and you can mix it with water, I love to do it with skim milk or almond milk, but when you take that first drink, you say, I love this. This doesn't feel like a compromise. I'd rather not be doing something else. I want to do this. And what I'm doing is taking an ultra-low calorie, wonderful meal replacement that is absolutely the best in the world. So with that being said, this is the final few minutes that we have together with Andrew on this presentation. I want to show you the pricing. You can start out with that low meal count if you want, of course. But remember, even if you get the 200 or 300 meals, Andrew, if somebody tries it and they don't love it, they can call us for a refund. Those savings cannot be ignored.
And you can send it all back. Again, we're talking about less than $1 a meal. On the 100, 200, or 300, you get to try my most popular tea, which is our peppermint green tea. So you get all the benefits of green tea, which are just a long list of health benefits, but with the wonderful flavor of peppermint, not the flavor of green tea, which a lot of Americans don't like. You get my Choco Nuvo. You get to try the incredible Fact soap. So you get to try all these wonderful products. What I was going to do, and just I was going to mention, my goddaughter has 2 children, and our chocolate meal replacement was described, in our vanilla as well, as just melted ice cream. And that's what I tried to achieve. When I was a child, I used to get in trouble because I would let my ice cream melt. I'd kind of smush it around because I like to drink my ice cream. Yeah. And that's what I endeavored to have these meal replacements taste like, to have that wonderful creamy texture, that mouthfeel in your mouth that gives you the satisfaction. As I talk about it, I start salivating. But at the same time, I wanted to make a product that, say, when I travel, I've mixed this before in a hotel room in a glass, just using my finger, or just using the back of my toothbrush, or just using the back of my shaver. That it's, and what you see me doing here, this is just for demonstration purposes. This is more than 4 scoops, more than 4 meals, more than 30 grams of protein, an abundance of fiber, more than 12 grams of fiber. So that should be not all that soluble. If you have any experience with protein, protein is not all that soluble. The same with fiber, unless you go to the extent that we go to make sure all those ingredients are soluble, including the vitamins, including the minerals. And as you can see here, it already has gone into solution without my even stirring it. And then if all I do is stir it for a few seconds,
look at that,
you'll see all of it disappear. And what I should do here, just to show everyone, and this is not a blender, this is just a spoon in a glass, and that's, mind you, almost 5 meals. And to show you just how soluble it is, I'll pour it in another glass here.
Crazy.
And you see how well dissolved it was. I mean, that is pretty remarkable. There's 5 meals there. There's all that protein, all of the vitamins, all of the minerals, all of the fiber, all of that nutrition. And I stirred it in whatever, 5, 6, 7 seconds. And that's just not 1 meal. That's 5 meals, ultra concentrated. So that's just one of the many things we do, and 45 years of experience of doing this, that allows this to be the kind of experience that you can trust that you will enjoy. The reviews are meaningful. The reviews are very meaningful because frankly, the early reviews on this product averaged a little better than 2 stars. It was a long slog up from there when I finally learned that flavor was the most important attribute. That yes, if the flavor worked, the product worked. But no matter how well designed the science of the product was, if it didn't taste good, it was never going to work.
And I do want to be clear because, you know, I think all of us in life, we go to buy any type of food. I mean, everything is always advertised as tasting good. Of course, anybody is going to say, well, this tastes great. And then we get it home and we go, oh, I don't like it. That's not so good. When we say this tastes amazing and it tastes delicious and it does taste like, you know, your favorite fast food chocolate milkshake, it is absolute, we're underselling it. It is spectacular. As
I just tasted this in front of me, I mean, it tastes like melted chocolate ice cream. If instead of just putting it in water, if I had used some non-fat milk, put it in a blender with some ice cubes, it would actually be like drinking chocolate ice cream. Yet doing that, even with the non-fat milk, it would probably be about 90 calories at most, and it would be absolutely decadent and delicious. Or non-fat yogurt, I could throw a tablespoon of nut butter in there. And still, because we start with something that's only 63 calories, it's amazing how much flexibility it gives you. So there's no other meal replacement that's designed as secure as designed. There's no meal replacement that's as affordable. There's no meal replacement that's as low in calories. There's no meal replacement with as much of an investment in flavor that is going.
I think we lost Andrew for a second. We'll get him back. I want to go over options and give you maybe some helpful advice when you're ordering, because there's something maybe you didn't realize. When you do the meal option, there's a 20, 60, 100, 200, or 300. The reason why I love the 200 meal and the 300 meals is not just because of the savings. Remember, when the today's special's over, that's where the pricing is. If you order it today, that's what you get. $199 for 300 meals. It saves you $190. But if you choose the 200 meal, you could do all one flavor or combo it. So you could do 100 meals of the chocolate and 100 meals of the vanilla. So if you choose the 300 meals, well, you could do anything. You could do 100 meals of the chocolate, 100 meals of the vanilla, and 100 meals of the pina colada. So if you go for these two options, you're able to kind of mix and match and sample a couple different flavors at the same time, which is all so wonderful. We want results, and why are there thousands and thousands of reviews giving it 5 stars? It's because people get results. They get results because they keep doing it. Unlike everything else we've ever tried, we don't like it, so we stop doing it, so we don't get the results that we desire. And sometimes it takes that new year, new you, that fresh beginning, that new journey, that new adventure to say, this is my moment to stand up and say, I'm going to try this. I've tried everything else. I want to try this. Home Shopping Network, HSN's #1 selling weight management product, #1 selling meal replacement product of all time is here. And we, Andrew, are proud of it.
Oh, it's a product that, I'm hearing an echo in my ear here.
Uh-oh.
It's a product that we started, and it was a challenging beginning until we realized that the secret to the success of this product is going to make sure that as much as we invest in science, we need to invest even more in the experience, in the flavor, and in the taste.
Yeah, you've got to, and it's so key, and the results are there to see why that's so important. We obviously have our last few moments here, and we have a lot of people placing their orders. If you go to hsn.com, you can get to the front of the line. You can also scan the QR code or on the HSN mobile app. Pricing is so extraordinarily exciting today because you're getting so much more for so much less. Start on your journey and see what other people have talked about. It satisfies you, it nourishes you, we enjoy it at the same time, and then start to experiment with how you do it. Again, I mix the pina colada with just water. That's fabulous. 1 scoop is what I typically do. I love that Andrew showed you 3, 4, even 5 scoops to show you how quickly it dissolves. It doesn't leave a chalky taste in your mouth. I mean, the texture is important. We talk about that with Choco Nouveau as well, Andrew. Every part of the puzzle is vital.
No, as I say with, again, I have an echo in my ear, unfortunately I have an earpiece, but as I say with our omega-3s, we weren't successful until we eliminated all the problems associated with the product. Yeah. Yes, we know what the benefits are, but the problems are just as evident. People have been complaining about the problems of meal replacements for the last half century, for the last 50+ years. We have solved those problems. So we have made them all go away. I was just going to show, in case anyone wondered, that if you had 2 meal replacements a day, again, that's going to be less than 150 calories. But look at the level of nutrition. That is per meal. So you're getting 70% of the RDA of vitamin C, getting 50% of vitamin D, 70% of vitamin E, B1, B2, 60% of niacin, 100% of vitamin B5, 60% of B6, 500% of B12 and biotin, 42% of folate, and then even calcium, magnesium, 15 and 25%. So this is like a mini multivitamin. So when we're giving you that delicious experience, the feelings of fullness, the satisfaction that a meal replacement has to provide, we're succeeding in making that wonderful experience be incredibly, incredibly nutritious. And that's one of the most unique things we've achieved. I don't know if we have enough time, but if you just go online and read the reviews, just looking at the 5-star reviews on a 60+ calorie meal replacement, they're about 70% 5-star reviews. If you add in the other positive reviews, it's well over 90%. So you're not going to find a meal replacement that's more affordable, better tasting, more nutritious, and better reviewed than this one.
And there it is. That brings our journey with Secure to an end for this hour. Choose which meal serving size you want. The larger ones get you the combo flavors if you choose, or all one flavor, and you will get all those bonuses from Choco Nouveau to Fact, and obviously Andrew's fabulous teas. There's something there for everybody. Before we move on to circulation and vein support and Sucress, I do want to make sure everybody knows we do have in stock, and it's important this time of year, the very new Secure Meal Replacement bars. I have the bars in stock. Peanut butter chocolate chip, chocolate brownie almond crunch, coconut almond cookie crunch. They all sound great, right? That's because they are. Andrew launched these about 18 months ago. They have gone on to be wildly successful. We do have the option tonight of the smaller bar or the larger bar, the 30 gram or the 60 gram, a single meal bar or the double meal bar, whichever you prefer. We only have a few moments here, but I'll quickly go over the pricing. There are obviously the 2 choices. So this first chart that you're seeing here is for that 60 gram, and you can see that's where the pricing would normally be. That's where we are today. And then the other is there, which is the 30 gram, if you prefer the smaller size. On the move or on the go. In the car, when you're traveling on the plane through the airports, in the drawer at work, having a secure bar is there for you. It's breakfast, it's lunch, it's whatever you need it to be. And Andrew, I mean, again, you talk about response and reaction. You must be over the moon with what people are saying about this.
Now, it's a proud moment to create a meal replacement bar that's a true meal replacement bar, not a candy bar, but a true meal replacement bar that delivers, again, I could show, oh, got on the chart right there. I could show the levels of nutrition you get in each one of these bars. And first of all, it's dairy-free, gluten-free. Most importantly, it's delicious, also nutritious, also filling, 7 grams of non-GMO soy protein, which is exactly what we use in the secure meal replacement drink. The reason why, in terms of weight loss, soy protein is the equivalent of whey protein in terms of delivering the amino acids that are required to complete protein. But also in terms of weight loss, there is no better protein in terms of the research on supporting your weight loss goals than soy protein. If we return to that chart, there's 4 grams of dietary fiber as well. There's no trans fat, there's no cholesterol. There's 16 essential vitamins and minerals. And again, if you look at the levels, oops, there we go. But if we look at the levels, it's 50% of the RDA of vitamin C and vitamin D3, 200% of B12 and biotin, and that's per bar per meal. If we're looking at the 60-gram bar, double that. If you're eating a 60-gram bar, which is the equivalent of 2 30-gram bars, that 60-gram bar is giving you 100% of the RDA of vitamin C and vitamin D, giving you 400% of B12 and biotin, giving you 100% of all the other B vitamins, 100% of the RDA of vitamin E, and then 20% and 12% of magnesium and calcium, respectively. In other words, that 60-gram bar or 2 30-gram bars is delivering more than the typical leading multivitamin in terms of the key nutrition you need. So when you look at the value here, you must consider that. And then if you look at the bars, you realize these are not those like synthetic meal replacement bars. If you look at the chocolate almond, or if you look at that's the coconut almond right there. If you look at the coconut almond, you see the almonds. If you or is that the peanut butter? That's the peanut butter.
This is coconut.
That's the peanut butter because you can see the pieces of peanuts. So you see the pieces of peanut, you see the pieces of almond, and it looks like they're all embedded in peanut butter, which is exactly how it tastes. And if you look at the chocolate almond, it's going to look like a chocolate brownie. And that chocolate brownie has pieces of almond in it. And also, in the peanut butter, you also get pieces of chocolate chips as well. So it's a peanut butter chocolate chip with pieces of peanuts. They're all designed to be delicious, but at the same time, I'm not, unfortunately, my job is to make things nutritious and healthy. So not only are they delicious and nutritious and an incredible meal replacement, snack replacement, food on the go, food on the run, but they are also incredibly, incredibly rich in key nutrients and key nutrition.
Again, it's loaded with all of the things that we need, but it tastes amazing. It's not dry. Your mouth doesn't feel like a cement mixer, and it's all real food. It's real ingredients. On the move and on the go every day. I talk about my son, who's a very picky eater. He takes one of these in his lunchbox every day, and he eats it every day. In fact, I placed my order today to restock and secure because we all eat them in the Freeman household. Andrew, any final words on secure bars before we move on?
Well, just that if you're looking for an on-the-run bar that's truly not just another one of those candy bars, then we've achieved that with this product. All 3 flavors are incredible.
Yes.
The pricing, if you're looking at the 30-gram bar, it's a little more than $1 a meal. So it really is incredibly affordable for a bar that's as nutritious as this is when you consider all the vitamins you're getting.
Well, we are moving on to what so many of you have been asking about all day long. It is a product with a rich, rich history. You'll see and read reviews that talk about this. One reviewer I saw just then has classified it as a miracle product. It is not a drug or a medicine, but what it is an amazing natural way to really help with your legs, with your feet, with your calves, seeing a difference, feeling a difference in an area where people think there is no hope. It is really a great opportunity when we have the Today's Special. We're doing it a little earlier this year, and people have been jumping absolutely on top of it. I want to show you the pricing. 60, 180, 360 or 720. That's the specialty size that you only can buy when it's a Today Special. And we're at the end of the day, as you know now, so Andrew and I launched this at midnight. We're coming to the close. That's where the pricing would be. That's where it is today. So again, massive savings, heavens above. It's nearly a BOGO. You can buy 720 capsules for just $10 more than the 360 capsules. That's huge.
I remember the first time when I was on with Shannon Smith in the past, she had said BOGO, and what is BOGO?
You didn't know?
Now I know. I didn't know at the time what a BOGO was. This is probably going back over 20 years. I've been doing this for way too long. But
we love a BOGO.
So yes, most of my Today's Specials are a BOGO, or what would it be? I don't know, buy one, get two free sometimes almost. So what you're looking at here, especially with the 720 capsule supply. But if you considered what it would cost if you looked at the actual price of a 30 capsule supply, let alone the regular price of a 60 capsule supply, I think you're basically saving triple or quadruple. Yes. So that large size, as a manufacturer, other companies don't do this. Other companies don't make their products available to you in 3, 4, 5, 6 different sizes as I do. So it could fit your budget, your desire to save, because the larger you get, the more you save. And also it's more efficient environmentally. The worst thing we could all do is get something like a 720 capsule supply and then get it delivered every month for 24 months. That's a lot of energy and effort, and that's a burden to the environment when a truck has to drive to your door every day to deliver, every day each month to deliver it, or one day a month to deliver it. So again, we just try to make it as affordable as possible. When you look at this product, many would say it is the most unique product that we have introduced, that we have developed, and we have continued to improve and refine over the years. It's a product that I introduced almost 30 years ago. We originally brought diosmin in from Europe, which was an ingredient that was being recommended by doctors there for the healthy circulation of their patients' legs. Thankfully, what I do as probably my primary job is just read research. I've been doing that since my first job I had in college. I was being paid to read research and summarize it for the boss I was working for. So I've been just reading scientific research for probably the better part of 50 years. And that's what I continue to do. And it's ingredients like this that when you scour the research, you discover. And it's ingredients like this that have made this product as absolutely unique as it is. And again, it's not a drug or a medicine that I have to give you any warnings about side effects. It's a product that we have been manufacturing probably over the last, I'd say, 30 years. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of capsules that have come with just enormous benefits to those who have used it loyally. It's Mother Nature at her very, very best. As human beings, aging is a cruel process. It's a harsh process, but there are opportunities for us to age more gracefully. We all have seen people who live a hard life, and we could see the aging written on them in some fashion or another. But those of us who choose to be kinder and gentler and make good decisions, those are opportunities for us to age more gracefully. It's certainly what I try to do in the most intelligent fashion possible. I'm far from perfect in my dietary and lifestyle decisions, but I do the best I can. And with an ingredient like this, it really speaks directly to and goes directly to the human experience, because no human being who gets to live to even past 35 or 40, we are going to experience the changes in the most challenged blood vessels in our body. And those are the blood vessels and the tissues that are the victim of the challenges to those blood vessels in our feet, ankles, and calves. For every person, it's different. It might be swelling in the feet or swelling in the ankles. It might be uncomfortable tingling. It might be a restless feeling. It might interrupt the sleep. It might be cramps in our legs. We are all different, but we all share that same anatomy and the challenges that come over time. And certainly I've done the best I can in terms of fitness and activity and maintaining my optimum body weight for my blood vessels and circulation in my feet, ankles, and calves to be the best they could be. And they're as good as I think they could be at this point in my life, but they are still very different than they were when I was younger. And I believe this product, certainly in light of the research and the science, has made a difference that has allowed me to remain as active as I've remained at my sort of advanced years here. So it's an opportunity to make a difference in an area where most of us think it's just the human condition. Just like we have wrinkles on our face, there's nothing we could do about the changes in the blood vessels, the tissues, the sensations we have in our lower extremities. But this product is an opportunity.
And I think in the new year, in these opening days of a new year, there is that sense of excitement. That sense of energy is there of, okay, let's do something new. Let's try something new. I really want to make sure those resolutions come to fruition. I really want to do the things that I know I should be doing. What can I add to my everyday routine to help assist me and to benefit me? And when it comes to you, if you are on your feet all day, if you're not on your feet all day, if you're sat for most of the time and you struggle through various issues, having a product like this, which is all validated by incredible research, again, the most comprehensive product of its kind, a unique formula, the likes of which nobody else has, this is something that we know. Andrew, there is a difference between this moment here in 2025 and day one all those years ago. We now have this back catalog of reviews. We have years and years of customer responses, which, you know, its reputation precedes it.
And it's only since we started capturing reviews online. We had reviews and testimonials, letters I used to receive going back 30 years. I think the reviews online are really just the last 15, say, plus years, 15 to 20 years. But when we look at a product like this, the original product was 500 milligrams of diosmin and a bit of hesperidin and rutin, which are basically naturally occurring constituents from the rind of citrus fruit. So again, this is not a drug or medicine. If it comes from Spain, very special oranges from Spain, and the rind of those oranges from Spain, it is the best source of diosmin in the world. There's diosmin that comes from other parts of the world that is much less expensive, that doesn't have the same bioavailability. We have done special things to improve the granulation. So again, my only goal with this product is for it to have the spectacular reviews that it has. So we have increased the potency by 20%. We have added additional ingredients, horse chestnut, butcher's broom. And again, because we manufacture our products without additives, something that makes all of my products completely and absolutely unique. No matter how many times you might see the word pure written on some other company's label, they still use manufacturing additives to make their capsules and make their tablets. We do not. And again, most companies, as you know, if you've watched my shows before, most companies don't make their products. Most vitamin companies, most supplement companies, they're marketing companies. That's what they do. They don't make anything, except claims perhaps for their products, but they don't actually make the product. They rely on these contract manufacturers somewhere. When we think of the products that we deal with in life, if we think of a car we own, we don't think that when we get something from Ford, it was made by General Motors, right, or General Motors' car was made for them by someone else. That a company takes pride in the product that they're offering you, and they hopefully want to make it unique and differentiate it, make it special. Make it themselves. And they always say this is about home cooking. It's always better than what you get when you go out. So again, if I wanted to, when I started my company 45 years ago, if you think at that time, I thought, wow, I'm going to have to start a vitamin manufacturing company. I really didn't think so. But the minute I did the research at that time and started delving into what was available, I realized that the only way I could make something different, because I wanted to be taking something different, the only way I could make something different, and this is almost 50 years ago, was if I made it myself. And that's what we've done. And that's why my products continue to be unique. And it even surprises me that no one has gone to the extremes, the lengths we go to make our products unique. I just don't think they care. I just don't think they really try that hard. So again, when you're having your products made by someone else, it's easy to be limited with what you could produce. When you make it yourself, I look at it, there's no limit. We constantly try to improve our product, just as we've done with this product, continue to improve it for the last 30 years.
It's the best. I mean, you can never start to normalize these things. As Andrew reminds us and reminds me that there are no additives. I know that. And I've been with Andrew for so many years that it's ingrained in me. But, for most products out there, that is not true. And we really got to celebrate that. There are no additives, fillers, or binders. There's nothing in here that you would not put it in yourself. That is the reason Andrew started that company, to create a vitamin that he would be happy to take. So with that being said, I'd love for you to order this before it's all over. It is our today's special, the one time a year. We're doing it a little bit earlier this year. 60, 180, 360, or 720. That is the unique size. You can't get that on a regular, any day opportunity. That is just for the today's special. Pricing would be $269.90. It's $149.90, saving $120. We were joking at the beginning. It really is, though. It's nearly a BOGO, a buy one, get one. $360 costs $139 typically. Take that $139, add $10, and we double the amount of capsules. If you don't love it, if you don't see a difference, feel a difference, you can return it within 30 days for a refund of the purchase price. But when you talk about circulation, when you talk about your legs, I always discuss, with my mom's consent, that she loves this, and she bought it originally because of the appearance of her enlarged veins. And Diosmin, as Andrew referred to, is something in England which is more of a prescription item. It's included in here, which is why she always takes some back with her when she comes to visit. Andrew, these are very amazing ingredients that are in this formula.
They're wonderful natural ingredients that are very carefully derived from plants. And again, if we just look at the research on Diosmin, if you look at the research even on the things we've added, horse chestnut extract, butcher's broom extract, those have an amazingly compelling science as well. Diosmin leads in terms of the science, but neither of those other two ingredients are slouches at all. So this is a seriously clinically supported product and it's a natural way to deal with a natural condition, the natural aging of the tissues, the blood vessels, the vascular tissue in our legs. Unfortunately, life is as we often say, life is not perfect. Human beings are not perfect. Aging is at best imperfect. So this is an opportunity to help us contend with some of those imperfections. What I was going to do here is just read some reviews. I've not made many reviews this weekend, but if we look at the reviews on circulation and vein support, and I encourage you to go online and look at them. And here we see, thank you, Andrew Lessman. I am always a skeptic, as am I, when I had trouble with tingling in my feet and legs in the evening and well into the night. I think all of us, as we age, we will, sometimes even when we're young. I wasn't sure a supplement could work. Amazingly, after just a couple of days, all tingling sensations disappear. I waited a few weeks to write a review because I wanted to be certain this was actually happening. Yes, my legs and feet feel better, and this tingling sensation is in the past. Thank you again from Elle in Oregon. Very happy customer. Let me start this review by saying I am a retired 71-year-old that has worked in the healthcare industry for almost 50 years, and my legs are now paying the price for it. I could tell a big difference after the third day of taking this. They are wonderful, and I wish I had found them before now. My legs are no longer uncomfortable and sore. As I say oftentimes, this is an opportunity that it might seem like a strange place to have an opportunity to get the most sophisticated natural tool to support the circulation, the blood vessels that are so challenged in our feet, ankles, calves, and legs. But HSN Home Shopping Network might not be the place you'd think you'd find the most sophisticated science in that regard, but it is. And again, you get to try this, and if you don't fall in love with it, I insist, not just encourage, I insist you send it back for a complete refund. But the science is so compelling, I know you won't. Surprisingly, they worked well right away. I've taken Andrew Lessman's products many years. This one really surprised me. A skeptical, again, and I love skeptics. 66-year-old registered nurse, because it worked so soon after I began to take daily. I could see reduced ankle or leg swelling. That's exactly what they talk about in the research. Reduced ankle circumference, that's the area around the calf and ankle. My veins are less noticeable on my hands and legs. Amazing. Very positive results seen in my vein appearance. I've been taking 1 capsule per day of the circulation vein support for just over a month. And by the way, the prior formula, the original, you had to take 2. So this even is more affordable because of that. Basically 20 cents a day for something that in the past was almost $1 a day. I wanted to see if it would affect the appearance of the veins on my lower thigh. I slowly noted improvement, and now, after a month, they are barely visible and now are barely palpable. I will now buy the full size, and palpable meaning that she could hardly feel them. Nothing else compares. As leg cramps became more frequent, and I think, again, defining the human condition, the older I got, I tried this supplement. It has been a godsend. No more cramps. I never want to be without it. I'm sure the circulation in my legs is better too. I take 2 capsules every day. No more jumping out of bed and stomping the floor. From Sherry in Missouri. Miracle product. Andrew Lessman knocked this one out of the park. I've been using this product for years and have recommended to friends and associates because it truly works. I bought my daughter this product for Christmas, and she says it helped her too. Do yourself a favor, those that have not tried this product, and you will also be truly amazed. I will never be without it. From Linden, California. It's unfortunate that, and it sounds terrible, so many products on television, on the internet, their reviews aren't real. Right. Their reviews are created by artificial intelligence or some other means. The claims they make are absolutely dissociated, no relationship at all to the science, to the clinical research. So I think when I talk about a product like this, and I understate the science and I understate the testimonials and reviews, and we try not to select reviews that are too over the top. We try to be very measured in our approach. I think still folks assume, they're just like all the other products. It's not going to work. It's not going to make a difference. I hope you realize that our approach is different, and this truly is an opportunity for you. And I've been doing this for 45 years. HSN's been doing it for even longer. If you don't love the product, it will cost you nothing. So it's truly an opportunity to make a difference in the quality of your life and just how you move through the world, because how we move through the world and the comfort with which we do it is determined by the blood vessels that nourish our feet, ankles, and calves. And this is an opportunity to make an enormous difference.
If you don't love the product, it will cost you nothing. That's what Andrew just said. And as he said that kind of hits you, right? If you don't love the product, it will cost you nothing. You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. Nothing. There's no risk. I wish everything in life was 0 risk. This is 0 risk. I'd love for you to get it today, because if you get it today, I can save you the most amount of money out of the entire year of 2025. Circulation and vein support is always available on hsn.com, but not at these prices. These prices are the best of the year. All free shipping, all 5 flex pay. Best-selling size, most limited size, is 720 capsules. Normally $269.90. Today is $149.90. Andrew, we're heading over to Sucress. Any final words here?
Just, it's an opportunity. I've said that over and over. If you just went online to the scientific research databases, you'd find compelling science on diosmin, on horse chestnut, on butcher's broom. So it's an opportunity to take advantage of that science and make a difference in your life that you never would have anticipated otherwise.
And so many people are doing that right now. It's great to have you on board in our big finale show with Andrew, the first visit of the year. Again, small changes changes can yield big results. Here's a small change. Let's try and avoid more sugar in 2025. If you've got a sweet tooth like me and it's that cup of tea or that cup of coffee or whatever it may be, how about a 0-calorie sweetener that doesn't have a weird aftertaste, doesn't have artificial sweeteners in it, flavors, added sugars, carbohydrates. Andrew, you have created something that nobody, I quite honestly didn't think was possible. It's the perfect sugar alternative.
And it's one of those things when I try to explain how unique this is, I think no one appreciates how unique it is because we don't realize how bizarre the world of sweeteners is. Okay. The typical sweetener, those pink, green, yellow, whatever those different color packets are, some are stevia, some are artificial, but all of them that are non-caloric sweeteners, that are sugar replacements, all of them, without exception, contains either sugar, most of them contain sugar, dextrose or some form of sugar, or alcohol sugar alcohol, like erythritol that has health issues with it that I would never recommend taking that, or carbohydrate like maltodextrin. So it just is bizarre to think that the sugar replacements contain sugar. It just is. I just can't wrap my head around that. When I first encountered that, I was astounded. Our sugar, we start with our very, very unique stevia. I'm someone who never liked stevia until our own stevia, because it doesn't have that weird aftertaste that typically with stevia that I just don't like. And then what we do, instead of adding sugar to it as all those other products, we do something that costs much more to do, but look at our price, it's barely a dime a packet. If you add glycine, an amino acid, and I've been talking about glycine for a long time for its sweetening effects, but no one will use it because glycine is probably 10 to 20 times the price of sugar, which is why no one else will do it. But for us, as a manufacturer, to get it directly to you affordably, you get to enjoy the benefits of our unique stevia with glycine, an amino acid that's a structural component in protein, but also that amino acid helps to support healthy blood sugar levels. So it truly is the perfect sweetener. And it's a better sweetener in terms of taste than any of the other products you'll ever contemplate trying. And it's the only one that actually is truly sugar, alcohol, and carbohydrate free.
We are really the only destination where you can get it. I mean, honestly, if this was on store shelves, and you were discovering this, you would never go to anything else at all. Incidentally, when you're ordering, each packet is equivalent to 2 teaspoons of sugar, so that's good to know. I obviously open one for you. I want to show you the pricing of 100 packets, $250 or $500. Big savings if you're ordering today. 5 flex pay, free shipping and handling. It's a little thing, but as Andrew made mention, I think a lot of us have been on a journey to find a sugar replacement, and we'll buy the pink packet and the yellow packet and the this natural and the that natural, and we just don't like the way it tastes. It's that same story, Andrew, that we were saying with secure meal replacement. It could be better for us, but if I don't like it, I don't like it.
And those sweeteners with whatever aspartame or saccharin or whatnot that are in there, I mean, there must be billions of those packets consumed on a daily basis. And these can go right into your purse, into your pocket, into a little Ziploc bag that you carry with you. So you have your own ultra healthy sweetener that delivers the ingredients you want and none of the sugar, carb, or calories that you don't want.
We have 2 more final amazing items to share with you. One a monthly special and one a today's special. And that's where we are now with our energy and fat metabolism factors, promoting optimum energy and fat burning metabolism. This is a double-edged sword, and we'll talk about this. Over 1,100 5-star reviews. Here's the pricing right out of the gate to help keep us on track in the new year. $61.83.60, or again, that specialty 720 size. That's where the pricing will be. This is the final hours of our today's special. As you can see, that's where the pricing is today, under 100 for that largest size. Andrew, this gives us the tools that we need, not only to maximize weight loss potential, but to give us that consistent energy through the day.
And guess what? The large size here is better than a BOGO, as to use your word. It's better than buy one, get one free. Again, it's just like circulation vein support, it's the only time a year that we do the large 720 capsule supply. And again, it contains expensive ingredients. It's a better price today, better cost per capsule than when we introduced this product back in the 1980s. So we're talking about a product that's been around for almost 40 years. We've only continued to improve it, improve its potency, improve how comprehensive it is. But every opportunity we can to not just improve a product, but to lower its cost as well, we take advantage of that opportunity. And it's a product that's designed to deliver the nutrients that are essential to or support fat-burning metabolism. If we could convince our body to engage in fat-burning metabolism, and the best way to do that is by doing the exercise that stimulates it, engaging in those activities. But we still need the tools necessary to engage in that metabolism. And this provides the nutrients, the tools like carnitine to engage in that metabolism. But even more importantly, if you're making good decisions this time of year, perhaps you're eating a little bit less or a little differently. As you reduce calories, it could often cause fatigue. We have less fuel and energy available. If you're exercising more, again, cause fatigue. Exercise is positive adaptive stress, but the result can be fatigue. So a product like this that provides energy in the short term, the midterm, and the long term, and that's just to give everyone a sense of what 720 capsules looks like. If you take 1 or 2 capsules per day, that is going to be a 1 or 2 year supply. So it's incredibly affordable, incredibly comprehensive. It's both rich in the vitamins that are essential to and support fat-burning metabolism, full B complex, vitamin C, because you can't make carnitine, which is necessary for the movement of all fat to the site where it gets metabolized, without vitamin C. You can't do, and carnitine, of course, we put in the product as well. So you get carnitine, you get the essentials to make carnitine. You also get botanicals that are going to be giving you caffeine-related alkaloids with theanine. Theanine is the natural constituent in green tea that takes the edge off caffeine. So you get the energy you need, but without the negative aspects of the caffeine that, say, I experience with coffee. So it's designed to be a healthy alternative to those products that started in the 1980s, those unhealthy energy products, those unhealthy fat-burning products. This is a healthy way to achieve those goals.
Thank you for your orders on energy and fat metabolism factors. Again, we have wrapped up our secure meal replacement, the incredible secure bars, our amazing today's specials, which have really just hit a home run with regards to pricing and value, circulation and vein support. Oh my gosh, folks still ordering that. Before we go though, we need to talk about what's on the inside, because as Mom always said, it's what's on the inside that counts. When it comes to beauty products, the #1 selling, highest reviewed beauty product on HSN is not a cream, not an oil or a serum. It's Andrew Lessman's Healthy Hair, Skin and Nails. The #1 most reordered product is right here. Andrew, a confidence boost for the new year and an amazing monthly special price.
It's an opportunity to give your body the tools it needs to support not just the largest system in our body, the integumentary system. So we all know about the nervous system. We all know about the cardiovascular system. We all know about the endocrine system. We have all these different systems in our body. Most of us don't know about the integumentary system. The integumentary system is our hair, our skin, and our nails. It's the largest system in our body. And if that wasn't bad enough that it's the largest system in our body, it's also the only system that, in addition to maintenance requirements, it also never stops growing. And unlike the other systems in our body that are protected inside our body, the integumentary system has to deal with the outside world. So it's incredibly demanding. It has very specific nutrient requirements that we do not get from our diet. So the ingredients that are present in our Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails formula are ingredients that can make a visible difference in the quality and growth of your hair, skin, and nails. I know lately I've been asked a lot, partly because of what's gone on that other network, QVC, that I don't use before and after pictures. And I don't use before and after pictures to be respectful to you, because before and after pictures can be inherently misleading. And before and after pictures that might show hair regrowth on a product like this, that almost starts positioning it like a hair regrowth drug. And that's not what this is intended for. These are the nutrients that are necessary to grow healthy, strong hair, nails, support the healthy regrowth of your skin. Over the course of our lifetime, we replace probably 100 pounds of skin, probably dozens of miles of hair, and probably hundreds of miles of hair, and dozens of feet of nails. That's a lot of manufacturing work, and the specific requirements we need are not delivered in our diet, but we make sure you get them here.
Andrew, in our final 90 seconds, obviously pricing, by the way, just so you can see, I mean, you look at the 720 caps, we're up to $89 and change, saving nearly as much as you're spending.
And as I said, this is unusual what we did for this monthly special, because this is such a popular monthly special. Yeah. And as the manufacturer, we made the 720 capsule supply available for the monthly special. So you get a little bit more than a dime a capsule for our healthy hair, skin, and nails for a monthly special, which is fantastic.
But Andrew, to end the night, I have to ask you the most important question of all, the thing we all care about most, which is, how's Truman doing?
Truman, my 6-month-old puppy. He's amazing. He's just the most adorable. You know, Lincoln was my partner, my best friend for 16 years. And that's an adorable picture of Truman. He loves dragging my shoes around by the laces, and he's the sweetest little dude in the world. So I all know how important our little furry friends to us. I can sit here and just think of Truman, I'll get tears in my eyes. So we'll stop now.
Well, we love Truman, and I can't wait to officially meet him. Andrew,
Thanks,
when are you back next?
I am back next. I think it's toward the second or third week in February. So we'll be back with all sorts of exciting opportunities to just be the best version of ourselves, and that's what I try.